Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. So, I'm still working on things, but I decided I'd come back for an opening segment here because I got a duplicate I would like to add in. We've got Camille here, who's a mouth breather, so she uses up more oxygen, but that's fine. Quick learner, caregiver, interested in ranching and building, stress reactions of vomiter, seems overall good, has some decent learning, some kindness, some tinkering. We're going to go ahead and print Camille here. Hooray, new friend. There we go. Now, I'm also going to show you guys, before I cut the segment, I've been working on this. I unburied this anti-entropy thermonullifier, and I've been working on getting the stuff set up so that I can cool this area, because everything is overheated and broken up here, and it's just a terrible mess. So we got that going on. My rocket is currently away to get some more research. Um, I've been feeding the hydrogen in. As you can see, it's like cold enough here. It has been uh, basically converting the chlorine in the air into liquid. So I've been having to periodically mop that. Everything else seems to be going all right at the moment. We're cooling this stuff back off again because this thing had been erupting, but it's currently dormant. It'll probably be back to active again by the time I come back for the next segment. But figured I'd give you guys a quick little look here as an update. We've been working on our special cargoes. And yeah, that is going to be that for this little bit. I'm building some more stuff here. I've been digging out some of the diamonds down here, that sort of stuff. But I will be back like immediately for you guys with the next bit, hopefully after some of this is a bit further along. See you then. Alright, I am back, and I've got three things coming up here. So we are just about to hit cycle 1400, bit of a landmark, so I figured I'd go ahead and show that. We are just about ready to turn on this new cooling loop here. And our rocket is refueled and ready to launch. So let's go ahead and get going again. Get our cycle started. As you can see, we are still just filling up the hydrogen in the pipe here. But as soon as this is done, I will shut this valve off and then connect this one. And this will basically complete the loop. Let us also get Ada in here. Ada, please go. And let us get our signal switch flipped. You're still doing that. Your priority is already set to 9, so that's good. Go ahead and do that. There we go. And we might as well go ahead and get the gantries pulled back. Depending on if these guys are detecting any meteors, which they do not appear to be, I might wait just a touch longer for the launch. There we go. We've retracted the gantry. Z. And let's go ahead and take a look here. Where am I heading anyway? I'm still heading to the carbon asteroid because there's still more to do. I'm primarily trying to get the research at the moment. Alright, we're going to launch right around midday. Well, mid-cycle. Alright, this will do good. Launch. And of course, that'll be, several cycles before it comes back. Let's see, how long is it? 15? Yeah, 15 cycles. Alright, so we can then throw this lever again. This, of course, is all still getting overheated. How are we doing here? Alright, not too shabby, not too shabby. How is our hydrogen backing up? Not too bad. This guy has been dormant, but it is only a few more cycles until it is no longer dormant, so hopefully, once the hydrogen here fills up, I've also gone ahead and turned back off the oxalate production, because, wow, was that sucking up the oxygen like mad. Also, our in and out, building all that, had used up a bunch of oxygen from there, so it's repressurizing, which is why some of this stuff stopped taking damage, because it has cooled down a little bit. Hopefully this will be ready here shortly. Alright, so we're in cycle 1400. We're almost through it already, actually. Let's just take a quick look around. Oh, alright, well, looks like we got a meteor storms coming in. Again. How are things going down here? You do not have enough algae again. I'm also just kind of seeing... Oh, I've only got 3 of you? Alright, you do not be on continuous. Incubate. Alright. Let us see. What else we got going on? That sort of stuff. Alright, looks like it's going to be this next cycle before we're ready for this to go. Got a bit more of this coming in. Hopefully we don't run out of water, but on the upside, they changed it so that the water sieve no longer takes damage if it gets fresh water going through it. It just passes it through. So that's good. And it does mean that we might be able to get most, if not all, of this water out of here. In fact, let's see if we can't mop up the stuff that's up there. Get rid of some of that. Alright, you guys are still doing that. You still got little bits of hydrogen coming out. That's good. You know what? I'm about ready to call that good on that front. It's only got 3 more pipes to fill. I suppose we could let it do it. Oh, wow, look at that. A lot of regolith building up again. Let's go ahead and queue that up for a bit of digging. See how much of that they can do in the interim. How's this guy doing? Yeah, there's a thin chance that something might come in that way, so I might want to actually finish those. I was watching the Steamscape all of a sudden. Alright. How are we doing here? Alright, you're good. So what we're going to do is we're going to... right. We just set you to 0. I'm like, how do I turn you off? Alright, you are waiting for an adjustment, aren't you? Yeah, work errand. Here comes somebody. Doop, doop, done. Alright. Now. You should be able to take this gas pipe and do that. It's already done because it was basically all set. And then I just take you and say above. And that should send the hydrogen a-flowing. How are you guys doing? You are cooling off. You are quite cold. Temperatures in there are good. Here we go. You should be cooling off. It is cooling off. It is just not cooling off as quickly as one might like. You are still overheating. Well, that's because you're above, 167. Yeah, that temperature's still pretty high. But this is now a closed loop, so this is now cooling back off again. Yeah. Alright, and this will keep running until it reaches 75 degrees. Out here, so it'll be a little bit cooler right where the pipes are. I could speed this process along a little bit by replacing some of this drywall with the temp shift plates, but I'm not that concerned. Once it gets down to temp, it should stay down relatively well, especially since I am running the radiant pipes right behind the heat-producing machinery. So it shouldn't be too bad. How is our temperatures? Yeah, coming down. It is coming down. Alright, so we're just going to give that a little bit to run. How is everything going here? Right, we got so many cycles there. How are you doing? You are coming down in temperature pretty good, actually. Just kind of watch this for a minute here. Watch as that temperature comes down. It is fluctuating a little bit because it is equalizing temperature with some of the other stuff nearby. So that's... Oh, here we go. More of this. Oh, looks like I missed some of that last time. These meteor storms seem to come in waves, so... We got more over here again. Get out of there. Alright. So, yeah, this guy. Liquid hydrogen might not be possible currently. And I know that's a little bit of a weird thing to say, because it was possible, but there does not appear to be any way to make the supercoolant, and the hydrogen now has a lower condensation point than it does in the wiki, where it was telling me how to do it in the last iteration. You know, the last upgrade. So I'm not sure it's possible, because if you look here, so we got the molecular forge here, and it used to have a liquid input. It does not have a liquid input anymore, because the supercoolant required petroleum along with fullerene and a couple other items. But I have everything that was necessary to do it, except that, you know, obviously I don't have the petroleum hooked in, and there's no way to hook it in anymore. So I gotta wonder, like, what's going on with the molecular forge? Is there some other piece of information I'm just not seeing, or... Oh, that's neat. But yeah, there's just nothing more here for me. I mean... Alright, this area is finally cooling down. Like, it's finally, like, yellow over here, and the orange is still here, but it's like... This finally turned orange from the red it was. So we might actually get this area cooled down sometime in the near future. This is, of course, dripping in, cooling some of that down again. You guys are all running, doing that. Just kind of keeping an eye on some of this stuff. How's this area doing? Still really hot. You are still really hot. Yeah, it got hot enough that the Weezwort basically stopped. Which, you know, isn't good. Alright, so this is coming in at around 200. It is leaving at, like, negative something. It is getting up into this area. Still in negatives, although less. Probably because the pipe itself is so hot. How is it getting when it's coming in here? When it is first coming in, it is around 1 degree. And then it is immediately jumping up in temperature because of the radiant pipe it pumps into. Nice, nice, nice. You guys are cooling down. You are still over 200 degrees. How are you? Okay, that guy is still really hot. I might want to dump a temp shift plate there. Let's see. Temp shift plate. Can I get one made of diamond? Alright, I can't put it over the drywall. I would have to deconstruct the drywall first, which would let out a bunch of air. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Alright. Let's get some of this stuff cleaned up. Oh, look at this. It's closing again. I, like, just really paid attention to the fact that the meteor storm had stopped. Oh no, that's opening. Oh no, it is closing. That one's closing. These just haven't detected it yet. Come on, guys. You can do better than that. There you go. Now you detected it. Close those doors. Man, those doors are slow, even when powered. There we go. Alright. Oh, hey. I need to, dig up that little bit, too. Any along here that is missed? No? Alright. Okay. Just kind of let that be for the moment. You guys are doing that. This thing is set up. I don't know if I ever showed this part. So we've got this little set here. This is a gas element sensor. I have it set to detect the polluted oxygen that had been densely in this area. Oh, and it detected it there for a moment. But as you can see, when it's here near the pump will run for a brief moment, pump out whatever it can. This filter is set to filter hydrogen, and the hydrogen will pump back in here. Oh. And everything that isn't hydrogen gets dumped out here, which should be the polluted oxygen, which there's apparently still a little bubble of floating around in here, because that guy's occasionally detecting it. And there should be just enough of a delay for it to get sucked in. It already pumped the majority out of this area. We did have a little bit of hydrogen escape before these doors were locked, but that's fine. You... that gas shut off. Okay. Yeah, look at the gas shut off temperature. No, it's fine. Okay. It's not really changing much. Okay. How's this doing? Obviously, you're still too warm. But your temperature is coming down. So that's good. You... I can't tell if you're coming down. I think you are. Actually, let's speed this along a little bit. We'll uproot you. Oh, come on. Do I have to come down here to one of these? Copy settings. You. And then we'll turn you up to 9. There we go. Now, hopefully... Where you going? There you go. Alright. Now what that does is it ends up resetting the temperature. Yeah, it resets it to 68. So basically all of that heat energy was just destroyed randomly. But that's okay. It gets that running again. We will be able to clear that down to a reasonable temperature that much quicker. And then once it's down there, we might be able to remove that Weezewort in total. Yeah. Because this is directly cooling the air in here. This is kind of indirectly cooling everything. So hopefully we'll be able to turn all this mess back on. And it'll be good. Alright. Of course, what I really want is to get that research done. And then be able to go get more Weezeworts. Because then I can drop Weezeworts everywhere and it'll be a little bit easier. How are we doing here? Everything around here's looking good. How's our hydrogen building up? Well, not so much is the answer to that one. It has built back up to this point, so that's good. It's just these guys are running a lot because the solar panels keep getting blocked off because of the meteor storms. Of course, that means these guys are running a lot too, which is providing more water for this system, which is good. Up to a point. You are still Having issues. How long before you... Oh, you're active again. That's part of why. How long before you're active again? Another 4 cycles. We might run out of water. Filling this whole thing up... Now, it's a closed system now, and it's just using a tiny little bit of dribble of hydrogen to keep that thermonullifier running. But filling it up and filling the room up might have run us out of water. Especially with this guy having been running at the same time, so the hydrogen would keep flowing. I mean, it should, theoretically, fix itself once the vent is, erupting again. But, yeah, that rate seems to be high enough. 8 kilograms, per second while it's erupting. Yeah, that should be fine. We just gotta let it run first is the thing. And see, this is picking up a mix right now. How are things down here? Yeah, it seems to still be going. Everything still seems to be functional. This water is really hot, which is causing this stuff to back up a little bit. Let's check on our new person. What was the new person? Camille. What was it you liked? You like ranching and building. You're good at tinkering, athletics. Athletics is important, of course. I already had to tell Camille not to go outside because her moving in the exosuit was not so good. Let's see. Kindness. Do we have a... Whoops. I clicked the wrong button. Do we have a doctor? Is there a doctor job? Scientist. Architect. Mechatronics engineer. There does not appear to be an actual doctor job. Well, let's get you onto farming here for the moment. Camille. Now, Camille should come down here and use the job board, which she now has. Ta-da! You're a farmer. You're a farmer! Alright. There we go. You're off. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you coming down here? Oh, you're picking up clay. Alright. Oh! I should probably, yeah, let's turn that off. It looks like we might be out of clay. Oh, which is probably why some of these guys were dying. Because this is set up to take clay. Okay. Yeah, because we're down to 3 of these dudes again. Incubate another one of those. You are only getting clay. Alright, we need something else. There's not a whole lot else. It's alright. How are our stone hatches? We'll pause, take a look at these guys. 86, yeah. Alright, so once this egg is done, we'll see about trying to get a stone one in, if there are any stone ones. We will let that go. Hey, end of cycle. Alright. Let's run one more cycle, and we will call it an episode. How is this going? Even more cooling. Alright. Those temperatures are coming down. They're under 200 now. So this guy should have no risk of... Yeah, even the drywall behind it is low enough that this guy won't shut itself off. It won't have a growth problem. Because it will go up to 203, and the drywall behind it is 201. So that should be good now. This guy's just running. How is that? Yeah, this is all going. It's just kind of keeping an eye on things at the moment until my rocket gets back. Mm-hmm. You all are doing that. You all are doing that. That seems to be fine. I haven't needed to make glass in a while. Water is still flowing here. Bit of sedimentary rock. We've got another meteor storm. I mean, I could leave a lot of that just to be picked up by the robo-miners, but if I can get it beforehand, and it's easier than being like, okay, I need to get these 4, and now these 3, and oh, I need those 3, and these 3, you know, it's just easier to be like, no, get everything that's up there. Bam, like that. And we got more. Look at this. Boop. And there's more up here. Boop. And, you know, some people are concerned about, like, you know, duplicates out in the meteor storm, but the odds of them getting struck directly, which is the only bad thing that could happen to them in this, are so small that I don't really think it's worth worrying about. You guys need to be got. Might as well do that. Oh, jeez, look at this mess. Whole bunch on that ladder there. Ladder's occasionally getting blocked. Bam, bam, bam. Look at this, more you. And that's going to end up ending the cycle, too. Look at this, more on the ladder. A little bit of you. Yes, you know, all that's going to fall down. This one's going to need to be got. That side's fine. There's going to be a little bit here that needs to be got. Those 2. And that one. The rest of it will be gotten by the robo-miners. And now I still have to clean off all that. Alright, we have ended the cycle. And I think that's going to do it for the episode. This stuff is cooling off nicely. That's just going to take a bit of time. I know I had said last time that I was going to finish the research in between, but I think I'm actually going to do it this time. It's just I had gotten kind of into building this, and I had wanted to grab another duplicate, so I was like, it's time to record an episode. Also, you know, I'm recording this right now, day of release, so there's only so much time I have to spare. Let's see, anything else of particular note? I mean, everything else seems alright. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to attempt to get that research done, and then hopefully next episode we'll be rebuilding the rocket to take advantage of it. That seems like a plan to me. Alright, that is going to do it for this episode. So, until next time, have a good one.